Hey everyone, welcome. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started on your reading. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. And this is going to be for what you need to know right now. So whenever you click on this reading, whatever you need to know right now is what we're going to be looking at. Alright, so what you need to know right now, purity. Whoever this particular reading is for, and please keep in mind this is a general reading. This reading is going to be for everyone. Some of this may be your story and some of this may be someone else's story. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The reading should be confirming what you already feel and or know it for yourself. Okay, so 2 plus 8, 10. So you're coming towards some sort of ending, some sort of completion. And the energy that I'm getting here with this completion is that you went through some sort of fire. You went through some sort of hard time. And whatever it is that you went through is going to put you on some sort of pedestal or put you in some sort of position where you're going to be a pillar of society. I feel like you had to go through some sort of initiation where some things within you had to be purged, some things within you, some patterns, some thought process had to be purged. You had to, whatever that fire that you went through, it was there to transform you. The old you cannot go where the new you is going and or will be. I feel like with this virtue and goodness, whatever it is that you went through, hold on a second, I don't want that noise to interrupt me. You went through some sort of fire where it tested you. It tested your goodness. It tested your virtue. I feel like with this 2 plus 8, that 10, an ending, that fire, whatever it is, that challenge, whatever it is that you went through, is coming to an end, or it has come to an end, because now you're ready. You've been shown, you've been proven that despite whatever it is that you went through, you didn't lower your standards or you didn't stoop down to certain people level. It's like you still stood on goodness. You still stood on being virtue. You still stood on integrity. You're going to be entering into a season, because I was giving specific instructions as I was preparing for your reading. You're going to be you're going to be entering into a season where you're going to be given specific instructions, because the old is being wiped away. Okay, so the new is coming in. Just keep in mind you're moving like, because it feels like a rebirth with the death card. Endings, new beginnings. It's kind of like, you know how someone could have been married and then for like a decade, 20 years, like someone had been married for a long time and maybe like, you know, it had just got really, really bad. The marriage was just awful. And then they go through a divorce and now they're free. They feel free. So it's like brand new, living single, living without that person, living without being in that environment. That's what this is kind of giving me. Some of you could literally be going through a divorce. Some of you could be quitting a job that you had been at for so long, moving from a place that you have been at for so long, breaking ties with family and friends that you have been bound to for so long, right? And it's like now what your life looks like without those attachments. And I said those intentionally because some of you could be doing like a few of those examples that I gave you all at once. It just feels like ending, even addictions, even like I said, maybe certain traditions or beliefs that you may have had. The old you, the old version of you would never tolerate that stuff that you tolerated before. You're entering into a new season where you're going to be given specific instructions. And it's not going to make sense, but because it's not going to make sense because you're new. you're brand new. It's going to be new information to someone who has had a certain thinking pattern that you've now breaking free from. So you may not understand where you may feel led to do certain things because it feels like you're going to be guided. You may feel, so for example, I was led to do something as I was preparing for your reading, and I didn't understand why, but I did it anyway. And then once I started doing it, now I understood why. When I was, just certain stuff that I was led to do here. And I'm just using it as an example as to what's going to be happening for you. You're going to feel led. You're going to feel guided to do something. And you're going to be like, why am I feeling led to do this? And then once you do that first thing, then you'll say, okay, now I see why. But then here comes something else. So you see what I'm saying? Like you're going to be giving specific instructions on doing certain things or feeling led to do certain things. And this feels like hand holding. Like I feel like for some of you, like maybe like your ancestors or your spirit team or whatever higher power you believe in or not, it just feels like you're being, like your hand is being held as you embrace this new chapter of your life. Because you are being guided to do something based off of what you've gone through. And what you're going to be doing is brand new. And it's going to require 2 specific things right now. Well, no, actually 3. It's going to require trust. It's going to require work. And it's going to require being quiet. Whatever it is that you're going to be doing, being quiet / being focused. You cannot tell people about this, whatever it is that you're going to be guided to do. You cannot tell people about it. Not until it's done. Not until it's done. Because look, see, delays. It can create delays. It can create roadblocks. It can create setbacks. You see how this is a horse. It's action. This horse is moving. Look, it's jumping up, moving. So if you're opening up and sharing stuff that you're doing, it can create some sort of setback, some sort of delay. And it's not even just about it's not even simply keeping quiet. It's also about being focused and not allowing things to distract you. Because I feel like whoever this specific reading is for, you need to take some time to really go quiet and focus on work. Focus on something you're meant to create. Because you didn't go through all of what you went through to stay stuck, to stay stagnant, or to be the same. All of what you went through served a purpose. And again, I can't help but feel like someone is meant to share with this pillar of society. See, even the butterflies speak of transformation. I don't know, it just feels like someone is meant to be placed in some sort of position to be seen. And this is for someone who actually doesn't even want to be seen. She's not jumping up and down for joy. Like, hey, look at me. This is for someone that actually doesn't even want to be seen. Like, or someone who does not get some sort of thrill or in their ego. Like, hey, look at me, see me. If you want to be seen, it's because you want to help. You genuinely want to help. But it's not your goal. It's like, it's not your desire to be seen. Your desire is to help. That's what I'm saying. Virtue, goodness. You have been proven. You have been proven to be someone of virtue, someone of goodness. And that's why you're going to be giving direction. You're going to be giving guidance. There's even going to be, I'm picking up something around, like, remember I said being able to trust and have faith. You're going to experience like a lot of synchronicities. That's what I'm saying about being guided, like your ancestors are guiding you. You won't be able to miss this. The only way you will miss it is if you choose to miss it. You're going to be guided. That's why I said you're going to feel guided to do something or guided to go somewhere. and then you're going to get more instructions to do something, as you move down that path. You're going to know it. You are going to know it, whether it's through signs, dreams, people that come into your life to help you. Yeah, see, toughness. I told y'all, perseverance. You didn't give up. When the storm came, look at that storm. When the storm came, resilience, toughness, endurance, perseverance. You did not give up. You still stood on virtue and goodness. I'm going to tell you this. I feel like for some reason I'm being reminded rather about the story of Job. And I'm not religious. Well, I used to be, but I'm not religious anymore. I just feel like you can learn from a lot of different belief systems. I don't subscribe to any one particular, but of course I grew up like a lot of people being Christian. And so the story of Job is what's being revealed to me. Remember how, I don't know if you guys know or not, but in the story of Job, I'm not going to be too long about this. What I'm just ultimately trying to say is that in the story of Job, the devil was walking around the earth looking to seek someone. Yeah, see, there goes some sort of confirmation. Let me just turn this off though. The devil was walking around on earth looking to seek someone to devour, right? They say the devil walks the earth. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And so God called out and asked the devil, where are you, devil? And the devil said, I'm walking around the earth, whatever, looking to, find someone, whatever, to do the devil's job, whatever the devil's job is. And so God said, go to Job. God sent the devil to Job. And that's what I'm feeling like what happened for you. Whatever it is that you went through, for who this reading is for, okay, because this isn't for everyone, but whoever this reading is for, whatever happened to you, it was allowed to happen to you because of what you are going to be doing. You are meant to be a pillar in society. You are meant to be someone that's in society because of your virtue, because of your goodness, and because of the storm that you went through. It's like you had to go through what you went through to be a pillar, to be someone in the position that you're going to be in. You had to go through it. And that's why I said, even right now, moving forward, like your ancestors, your angels, higher powers are like saying, congratulations, you passed. You've been crowned. You're ready for more. You're ready to receive what's next. Now we know you can be trusted. Now we know when we help you with this, when we give you with this, you're going to nurture it. You're going to love it. You're going to care for it. You're going to act with integrity. It's like you're ready now for it, and we can trust you with it. Because remember how I said you had to break free from certain people, places, and or situations? Because you know that where you're going, these people, or at least you will know, they can't go with you because they could cause you to lose what God is wanting you to build. They can cause you to be, remember, setbacks. Some of you, your own, because I'm picking up even the mother. For some of you, you had to walk away from your mother because she could be a setback for you in this new season. And because you walked away, God is saying, okay, you didn't put your mother before this calling that I have on you. Or you didn't put whatever it is before this calling that I have on you. Now I know you can be trusted with what's next. See, the shift, pole shift, told you. A change of heart, a turnaround or reversal. See, there's something here about your direction. Because see, you could remember I told you guys about going back. I did a reading. I think it was the reading before last. I think it was Friday reading I posted about a crossroads. Going back to something. And it's like you didn't do it, or yeah, see, flight plan, a trip, lack of closure. See, you could have been tempted to go back to something that was a shaky foundation. Or it would have put you in something shaky. You could have been tempted to go back. You could have been being tested to see if you would go back. And you wanted to. You thought about it. And like I said, this could be going back to something, going back to that job, going back to a situation that was toxic or unhealthy. You could have been tempted to. And you were tested to see, will you go back? Is God telling you to go back, or is the enemy, is the devil telling you to go back? That was for you to determine. That was for you to decipher. Will you hear God's voice, a higher power's voice, or will you continue to give in to the devil, the temptation, the toxicity? And so for some of you, this could be letting you know, if and or when it happens, it's going to be for you to decide. Is that God sending you back? Or is that the flesh, the devil, tempting you to go back to something? Some of you may not have been tempted, or even if you have been tempted, you're being told, be careful about going back to something. Because it can reverse all the good work that you did. What's helping the viewer? What's helping you right now? A miracle is what's going to help you. It says healing, answer prayers, remission. That's what's going to help you. Some sort of miracle. That's why I told you about the being guided. Things happening, like supernatural things, or experiencing supernatural things, being led to go places, and miracles just start to unfold. Even right here, this is like a bubble, because some of you may be still trying to recover, trying to heal. But this even says remission, but I'm picking up intermission as well. So it's like a matter of, are you going to go back, or are you going to continue to move forward? Some of you are in that in between still. Some of you, and God has grace, because God is saying, I'll still protect it. Something about this miracle is still being protected until you decide. Are you going to keep repeating that pattern, getting the same story over and over and over again? Or are you going to take this leap of faith and move forward? Because where you're going is going to be healing, answer prayers, remission, recovery. So what's helping you is that there is a miracle. Your prayers will and or will be answered. There's healing that's going to come from whatever it is that you went through. Despite what you went through, despite what you went through, there's healing that's going to come from it. Some of you have went through the worst. Look at this. You went through the worst. You went through the worst. You're going through the worst. Everyone's not at the same time. Some of you are still going through the worst, or you went through the worst. But this is what's going to help you, is that there's going to be a miracle. A miracle is what's going to help you. Despite what you're going through, a miracle is going to help you. What's challenging you? It says here, remnants of Atlantis, the past. And past life and karma is what's challenging you. That's what's challenging you. For some of you, this is past lives. Like your past life, for those that believe in it. And if you don't, you could just ignore this particular part. And just, because it's going to be both for some of you, but based off of how you believe. The past of what you experienced, right? That's challenging you. What you went through, what you had to survive. The remnants of it, the aftermath of that is challenging you. And for others, dealing with certain past lives that has been showing up in this life, having to break those cycles, having to break those curses that were showing up in this lifetime. That's why your ancestors are surrounding you, because some of you are breaking generational patterns and generational curses. That's why the favor and the protection of God has been around you, because you came to finish the work of your ancestors. That's why they support you heavily, despite what was gone, what you were going through. It was like, look, when the devil when God told the devil to attack Job, God gave the devil instructions. You can do anything you want, but you can't kill him. You see what I'm saying? You can do anything you want, but you can't kill them. There was instructions that was given to what could happen to you. They could do anything they wanted, but they couldn't do X, Y, Z. And God was watching to see. That's what's challenging you, what you've went through, having to cancel out, clear out all of that energy. That it was heavy. It was heavy. You didn't go through something small. And some of you went through it by yourself. You didn't go through something small. You went through the biggest storm because you had to break the biggest cycles, the biggest patterns, the biggest curses. Your life here right now is not an accident. See, you got good vibration. Some things that happen could have look, see, braving the storm. See, you have good vibration, positive vibes. You're someone that's a pillar in society that uplifts people. People may resonate with your vibe, good, bad, and or different. But when that storm came, are you still going to have good vibes? Are you still going to be uplifting? Or even if you're not, because God is not saying you have to be perfect. Sometimes, look, you may feel some type of way, but are you going to keep pushing, or are you going to lower yourself and give up and act like everybody else that have, or not everybody else, but those that have bad vibes? So your challenge is that you had a lot of past lives and or past karma stuff you had to clear out. And still trying to deal with that can be challenging. Because it says here, facing difficulties, finding courage and fortitude. Still trying to push through with good vibes despite what you've gone through. That can be challenging. And that's why I feel like there's something here about holding your hand. Because it's like God said, I understand. I know what you went through. That's why I'm here by your side, helping you in this new season, providing you with miracles in this new season. Let's see what you don't know. What is it that the viewer doesn't know, that they need to know? Actually, I want to use this deck. What is it that the viewer doesn't know but need to know right now? Retreat, seclusion. Oh, okay, I'll take this. Unfolding. But I'm also getting here quarantine. I feel like there's a need to quarantine, to focus as well. It says seclusion and inward journey. Yeah, because it's going to bring a harvest for you. There's a need to go within and to do some focusing on your work, because some of you got a story to tell, and it says you closed a chapter in your life. That's what you don't know that you need to know. The unknown. And we talked about that. Endings. It says you close a chapter in your life. However, the story is not over. Give it time to unfold and see it through the end. So whatever it is that you closed, this is what you don't know though. Spirit is testing you. Are you going to walk away and just keep focusing and moving forward? Because it looks like here, you closed a chapter. Congratulations, right? But the story isn't over. We already talked about the past resurfacing. Now, I'm going to tell you this. There's something here about this particular past that you cannot put an attachment to results on. That's why it says give it time to unfold, see it through the end. But the thing about it is you still keep moving. There's something specific about the past that is not completely closed out. That's what you don't know. But that does not mean that you stop and you focus on it, or you give it a lot of attention or a lot of energy. Because that's why I felt the need to bring in this card. I see why now. Because at first when this message came out, I didn't trust it. And I'm talking about me, the reader. I didn't trust this message. I'm like, they closed a chapter, but it's not over with. I thought the whole theme was around closing chapters. See, I was ready to not trust it. But look what this says. I felt the need to pull this card also, which says retreat, seclusion, and inward journey. Are you going to go into quarantine, retreat, and go within? Or are you going to stay here still connected and holding on to the past? Are you going to surrender and allow whatever it is that needs to unfold without your attachment or attention to it? Are you going to trust? So even though there's something in the past that could still possibly show up for you, come into your life at some point, because you don't know. You don't know how it's going to show up or what's the reason behind it. Because remember, this is what you don't know. There's something about the past, but Spirit is giving you the answer to the test. Not to focus on it, not to wait on it, to go within. Because some of you have work to do to keep moving forward. Again, a lot of this, like I say, if you go back to something, it will be because of your own choosing. It will be because that's something they're sitting here waiting to see, what are you going to do? Are you going to move forward and surrender and trust and focus on yourself, go within, retreat, and keep your vibes high? Because we got miracles coming in for you. You got miracles as your helping card. It's going to be up to you. But you're being given the answer to the test. Retreat. Give it some breathing room. There's no need to focus on it. What's for you is for you, and it won't miss you. Something may not be over, but it's not for you to continue to harp on it. To keep giving your attention to it, your energy to it. All right, so what's next for the viewer? Let's go ahead and wrap things up. What's next for the viewer? And that's the thing. Spirit may not want you to know that, because this is what's unknown. That's why I said they're giving you the answer, though. They're telling you that something from the past isn't over with. And you're meant to not know that. Why? Because you need to retreat. You need to go within. What's next for my viewer? Oh, the Nine of Swords is what's next for you. And look, speaking of empresses, didn't I talk about mother? I feel like that's not a coincidence, because I talked about a mother earlier. And for some reason, I specifically said mother. I didn't say father, brother, sister, lover, ex. I said mother. So what's next for you is some sort of mental stress. I feel like for a lot of you, this could be around your mother or some sort of significant woman in your life. There's something here on your mental. Now, keep in mind, this is the mental. So there's something mentally stressful when it comes to this feminine energy here. This Empress. And look, the Hierophant. Traditions and belief systems. And we talked about having to walk away. That's what's going to stress you out. Because for some of you, you may have to cut off or distance yourself from this Empress. And doing so can cause you anxiety. It can cause you stress. But even seeing this Hierophant here, this is letting me know, again, there's this Hierophant and the High Priestess is showing up. What's next for you? Look at here. All these are three major arcanas. Rest. Sleep. Because you're gonna be you got work to do, and this is gonna overwhelm you. I'm even picking, here come fire. You got King of Wands, Temperance, Sagittarius is definitely showing up. Definitely got some fire energy. You could have Taurus as well. But nevertheless, there's something here about this energy, or not this energy, but this person. This is a significant woman, a significant maternal figure in your life. And I feel like having to give this a break is going to cause you to feel stress. And it's because someone may use religion, because I talked about that in the reading. And here you are, the High Priestess, having to follow your intuition, having to follow something that can't be seen, in the sense of something that, if you're being guided by a higher power that goes against the Hierophant, that can cause you anxiety and stress. Like, you do not walk away from this Empress. Like some sort of belief system. You do not walk away from this Empress. You do not take a break from this Empress. That's going to cause you stress. That's what's next for you. That's going to cause you some sort of anxiety. It's going to challenge you because of the rules, because of the conditioning, because of the programming that were instilled in you around this Empress. See? Feeling overall. You got the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Swords. So there's something here about mentally, not only just mentally, but physically. This is not even just mental. This can even make some of you feel like somebody may even try to use that. Like, I'm sick. I just feel like someone may even try to like play on your emotions. Like, oh, I'm exhausted. I need you. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Someone may even try to play on that. But even right here, I'm seeing the Seven of Swords. Deceptive. Being sneaky. Wanting access to you because they feel you slipping away. They feel the Cancer, the Chariot moving on. All right. I'll stop right there, Cancers. I'll catch y'all in the next reading. Bye.